Hello and welcome back to Europa Universalis V. We are the greasiest boys in the world. We have beaten back the Ottomans, purged them from our lands, ended the rise of the Turk events, and formed Greece. It was an exciting war, to say the least. Now we have to deal with the Western Schism. We have to deal with an insane amount of rebels that have got me a little bit worried. Some of which are not too bad, some of which are very bad. And, we just, fix the place up a little bit. We got recovery efforts running left, right, and center right now because the big thing we need to do is not be broke anymore. So we'll fix up the Dardanelles. We'll fix up Ethros. We're also about 140 gold ducats in debt. So our other hope is that we can fix that and start building some more ships now that we have good access to sailors. Guys, can my chancellors stop dying? It would be really, really cool. I don't have literally any chancellors in my government. It's going to cost me $100. The peasants are getting uppity towards serfdom, or these things happen. I'm going to upset the nobles in exchange for pushing towards letting our peasants upgrade. I would also love to fix these tax rates. Ooh, we can actually mint a bit more coins. I'll go with 0 inflation. A traveling preacher? Nope. Murder him. Staying a pure Christian country is going to be really difficult, especially when our country is not Christian. When we have a couple of Christian bastions in Athens and Rhodes, and that's about it. You go help Mugla. You go help that place. I do also wonder about, should I, get rid of some of these castles? I don't know that Pergamon needs a castle. I'm happy for these guys to have a castle. I'm happy for the Dardanelles to have a castle. Do, the Samos need a castle? There's literally nothing here except a fishing village. Let's absolutely get rid of that. And I think let's get rid of this one in Pergamon. I mean, a lot of people live here. Get rid of some of the castles, yeah. To me, it's border castles make a lot of sense. But the castles in the ocean is my castles are boats. Ionia, I'm going to keep this because that's currently our border. Constantinople, obviously, I'm going to keep. All right. That should also help us quite a bit with the old budgetary restrictions. I have 4 armories in Constantinople. That's costing me a fortune. We're almost done the recoveries. Those truces are not expiring anytime soon. Levies are slightly better. We have typhus starting to enter our land. That's okay. Lots of pops with needs. Lots of needs for books and livestock. Rapid depopulation, probably from all the typhus, I imagine. Monthly army tradition is pretty valuable. Cultural tradition. Roman Orthodoxy. So there's cultural tradition and then there's cultural influence. Cultural tradition is basically defense for culture and cultural influence is offense. Our cultural tradition is super high. I'm going to take that monthly army tradition because it'll make our armies... I was going to say it'll make our armies better, but we currently have like 70... We have an insane amount of this here. Our armies get massive bonuses, which is great. And I am inflating somehow. So we'll wear that back down. I'd rather not be inflating if we can avoid it. You know? Can I mothball all the forts? I mean, that's basically what I'm doing by putting fort maintenance to 0. Unless there is actually a mothball option. Though I don't know that I'd want to do that. Just because, like, I do have... I don't want to be, like, caught off guard with no forts, you know? The clerics and the nobles are in a fight over who gets their land. I think if I upset the nobles any more, they're going to rebel. Yeah, that's fine. Excellent. It's time for Curia. Let's hold it in my Lhasa. They wanted a Curia here last time, and they got upset that we didn't do it. This is a lot of development bonuses. Increased naval infrastructure. I don't know if I can get it to pass. Missionary zeal would be pretty good. Because I need to get rid of this orthodoxy right now. Now here's the other thing. If any of these are good options, contain banking. I don't really want to do that. Basically, as soon as these recovery efforts are over, I'm going to start converting pops to try and cut down on these things. These Turkish patriots are going to pop any minute, but if I can get rid of some of the Orthodox zealots, I think that would be kind of important. The economic power of Pergamon. Pergamon is also the center of influential business with a stake of overseas trades. I'll give them $2. I will also get rid of one of my debts. We're making good money right now. 10. No one likes revolting rebels. Better to crush them before they give the peasants ideas. An anti-sleep mentor you can borrow. She's up at 4 a.m. every day demanding breakfast and walkies. That'll get you out of bed. That'll get you out of bed real fast. I love how people with dogs are always like, I can't sleep in because the dog needs walks. And I'm like, I have cats. I also can't sleep in because the cats need attention. But then also, they put me back to sleep when I need to get up for things. It's a very confusing situation. Nice. Prestige. Recovery efforts. So, let's convert to Catholicism. I want to say like Byzantium, probably. A lot of pops here and not a lot of people. Pretty much everyone in Byzantium is Orthodox, so why don't we work on them? I'm trying to get some people in here soon as well. Smugglers are caught. Navy tradition or $70. How much does Navy tradition go down a month? 0.2. I'm gonna take the $70 because then I'm out of debt. Also, I just noticed embracing of banking, I think, just showed up. Yeah, $95.15 stability. That'd be good. Vigorous practice in Rhodes, where outdoor sermons about the temptations of vanity objects have led to supporters collecting and burning cosmetic arts, books deemed immoral, and musical instruments. He rages about how these objects might tempt one to sin and urges people, especially the famous artists, to bring the things they deem immoral to his bonfires. Yeah, I'm gonna stop this, man. I'll take the devotion. Hungary is willing to form an alliance with me right now, and I think that would be pretty damn clutch. Here's our missionary zeal. Oh! We have removed Crusade of the Seas. Why? We have redefined our theocracy. Any particular reason why that happened? Legislative efficiency. Efficiency of our cabinets, centralization and aristocracy. I mean, efficiency of cabinets really good. Order of Greece is an odd name, right? Yes. Cats get lonely, sing the song other people in harmony at random hours of the morning at your bedroom door. Yeah, we don't have a door on our bedroom here. We have a curtain, which is a bit weird, but keeps the heat in okay. Bonfire of the Seas sounds like a terrible cruise ship name. La 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 la. I mean, I'm tempted to say efficiency of our cabinet. I definitely don't want to take max control reduction. Proximity cost minus 10. Loyalty subject. Okay, centralization I don't mind, actually. Aristocracy gives us disciplined. Plutocracy gives us trade efficiency. I mean, honestly, that could go either way. I can add a government reform. Special requirements, at least 50 spiritualists. Monthly religious influence and progress to traditionalism. Also, how does this work? Max traditionalism gives us cultural tradition and stability, but it is way more expensive to embrace institutions. Okay, that explains a lot. Trade range, trade office network. The reforms are big, right? What I want is like sea power. Harbor administration. Yes. Proximity cost through port minus 5%. Local monthly development growth. Monthly progress to naval and naval maintenance. How do I get this? 50 naval. That would be huge. I'm not really sure that I want any of these other things. 50 naval. What are we at right now? Current impact 40 towards naval. My piracy law has also changed. I can no longer have great pirates all the time. State piracy. Part of me is starting to wonder, like, did we become A monarchy? We're still a theocracy, right? Yeah, I'm still a grandmaster. I wonder why I lost these abilities. All right, well, I think we'll take Central Council. It's going to cost me 60 bucks. Maybe hold on a minute on that. And the piracy laws, we can take anti-piracy. Privateers or letter and mark advance. Privateers or letter and mark advance. Age of Renaissance, Age of Reformation. Privateers are cheaper. Can create anti-piracy casus belli, anti-piracy warfare modifier. I mean, I guess we'll end up taking that. I need chancellors right now. We'll send our army up here to deal with these rebels who annoyingly took a fort-based city. Though I'm pretty sure all you have to do is kill the rebel army and you win these fights. Currently have 7. Well, maybe taking this will be enough. Monthly army tradition +5. Oh, yeah, I was going to save up for banking. Yeah, bank interest would be really nice. Well, we could pick up heavy cav, but I don't know so much about that. Why don't we take like cost of court and maybe medicant outputs? We do make medication. And if we made a bunch of that, I feel like that's always got to be valuable. These guys are back up and running real fast. Wait, I'm sorry. What has fallen? Artemis has fallen? I just said they took something, but I'm like, they couldn't have. Are you serious? The Irritants are part of this war? They don't have a peace treaty? A truce that they were bound by? Ridiculous. I need to look for naval bonuses. Well, this gives them a lot of power. The primacy. 5 discipline, but better quality. Apostolic tax. Ooh, I don't like the sound of that. War on different religions. Progress towards belligerent. Oh, this is nice. Pops promotes slower. Oh, but you can't construct universities. No, that's not good. Cultural tradition and artist monthly start chance. Ooh. That's kind of fun. Promote cultural unity. This would cause more people to be assimilated, but would allow us to have less cultures. Not a bad choice. Seeing that we are almost entirely Greek in our population. 86% Greek. We could do that. Plus 5% market attraction. Allow trade center sponsorship. This would also be good for us. Market attraction is really nice. Individualism, capital economy, lower inflation. Gold output, silver output, minting threshold. Navy maintenance and shipbuilding speed, but not naval tradition. Maritime presence, 5%. Sponsored maritime contracts. By granting exclusive contracts to the burghers, we can regulate commerce while ensuring consistent tax income from shipping and trade. The burghers? You mean the Astaway? I have a funny feeling that we're not going to get any naval bonuses here. Free subjects. Commoners in Parliament. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Cathedrals make the promotion situation a lot better. True. 20% promotion speed. Oh, that's what I lost. That location there. I can't believe they got the fort city. Kind of frustrating. I don't know how much the Erdenids are going to show up with here, but I guess also I'm wondering, can I seize land from them? I mean, obviously I could do that, but I could also seize land from the Erdenids. Or like dismantle forts on their eastern border. I think probably I'm just going to reintegrate them, though. We're maxed out on diplomatic actions. What happened to my alliance here? I am at war. You know, I was really, really hoping to get that. Now, this should have been really obvious for me to have left the fleet here. Unfortunately, I was a second too late in regards to it, though. So they have landed their troops, but they're just levies. So I think I'm just going to leave them wherever they are. Let's do some double conversions at the moment. Iodine still has a lot of people there. Same with Mugla. So does Thessaly. You know what? Let's go with Thessaly. They have 0 Christians in them, so we can appoint another character in here. Yeah, unfortunately, I think it is going to have to just be another military guy because they seem to be the best choice. I'm definitely getting the feeling that I should be building a fort in this location. Just because every time it goes, I lose this entire, like, upper coast. Can you guys detach a siege and then go beat these dudes up? If you don't mind. They don't even have a flank. What rubes? Absolute goddamn embarrassment. Nice. They're gonna come up there and they're gonna regather that for me as well. That's what I was hoping they would do, so that we can just focus on the siege. And then we'll work on passing this stuff next. 55 bucks. This port is blockaded. No, it's not. How can it be blockaded? My boat's in the harbor. And their boat is not in the harbor. Weird. Weird, weird, weird. Can I get any better canoes? Not yet. Once this age is done, though, I could. 30 more years. Hunt navies doesn't really work. Your navy looks like it's always hitting the tavern rather than being at sea. I'm actually not on anything. Hunt navies kind of works. But also kind of doesn't. Like, why can I not select that sea tile? It is selected. These sea tiles are not. What about this one? Apparently it is selected. Gulf of Corinth. Like, that protects my trade capacity. The problem is that, yeah, he unfortunately, like, decides he has to sail all the way down here to do that. A dispute is broken out between several extremely wealthy and therefore influential merchants over Greek trade policy. One favors taking a mercantilist approach, calling for an order to ensure wealth generated by trade within Greece goes directly to Greek traders and producers. The other faction dismisses this approach as old-fashioned and is in favor of free trade, which would liberate them to seek profits around the world. Stability, but lose money. Prestige for devotion. I don't know that that's really worth the money. I'll say free trade is the future. Mostly because I don't want to give up any cash. Yeah, so we have massive trade advantages in both of our marketplaces right now, which is good. It's like EU4, the boats need to be out of the harbor in the sea tile, yeah. They get a little bit cranky sometimes. Yes, we have rebels. Yes, these are unprofitable. Yes, you're missing employees. You're missing beeswax. You have needs. Losing populations. These people are starving. Because I guess they've been conquered. What's a man to do? Can you guys stop dying the moment I appoint you as chancellors? It's making my life really difficult because it's expensive to appoint you. Cannot believe that I cannot do this without dealing with the Irritamids. Okay. Genoa, what are you doing up here? You don't have ports up here anymore, do you? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. You are trying to get a port up here again. Hilarious. Trying to take Kaffa. Thought we taught you this lesson, Genoa. Stay over in Italy. We don't want you here. I mean, like, I could sail an army across, but what's the damn point? $57.99. Yeah, the other problem is that, like, I need to embrace banking, because otherwise I have no tech. Still stands, feels somewhat buggy, or at least very familiar with the boats. The Hunt Navy seems to be, like, not particularly good. Protect your stuff does seem to work. $71 gold and 11 stab. Yeah, I think I'm going to take this, because otherwise I don't really have any tech, and this would also help fix our economy probably quite a lot if we got banking. So I think I'm okay with that. Really like to be building more boats. Can tell you that much for sure. Take all the sea tiles from the Eurythmids. I mean, I could. I could. Pontus? But I don't want to play as Pontus. A nice banking spread even further, so it actually won't even bankrupt me anymore. Embrace! Under our enlightened leadership, we have fully embraced banking. Money lending has existed since metal-based coins appeared in antiquity. It depended on individuals and their family groupings in the ancient state. A shift occurred in the Middle Ages, encouraged by the renewed growth of long-range commercial activities on the Eurasian continent. Specialized moneylenders began to organize when Jewish communities started operating between Christian and Islamic worlds. I mean, that seems like that's probably what we are more than anything else. The boom of credit demand that followed the Crusades in the 12th century encouraged merchants in the Italian city-states to create large structures for money lending, effectively founding the first banking institutions like Peruzzi and Bardi. More instruments were developed, like bills of exchange and debt bonds, and banking systems. Medici, Fugger, and Welser soon became as powerful as states. Welcher just recently formed, so that's good. I feel like we're not too far behind them. Half Pint, welcome back. Building cogs and Bursa. Society values towards naval by 5. I need 5 more naval value. I've gained a core on Astros. I don't even know where that is. Where is Astros? Because I didn't realize I was coring things right now. Down here. So do things naturally integrate over time? Because normally you don't get cores until you've integrated. Oh. Oh my god. I have to sail a boat up there if I want to take that. This guy is unbelievable. Are you serious right now with me, homie? Genoa has joined the coalition against Greece. Get out of there. Armies sunk. Transport sunk. I'm gonna hide in Constantinople. Can't believe this stuff. Oh. I can't demand war reparations. But I can demand money, and I could take the rest of this coastline. I mean, landlocking the Erdemage seems like kind of a power move. Just because they won't have boats anymore. Tactical decisions. Tactical decisions. I don't really want this land is the problem, but I have this like other little country over there. You know what? I could take this land and form a vassal out of it. 13,000, 13,000, 20,000, 18,000, 33,000. So we have Saffron Bolu. Yeah, this is kind of 3 separate provinces. But it is all in the Pontus area. You know what? I kind of like that idea. Is this going to add a lot more antagonism? Not a lot more. Sorry, is that a city? Or a town? A toll castle. So this is the only actual town here. That would own 3 villages and a city. I mean, that makes a pretty good vassal as far as I'm concerned. I just have to wait for this tick up like a small amount more. And then I don't really have to worry about that land. I might have to worry about defending it down the road, but like hardly a real issue. Now, here's the fun thing. I could also just let the war score keep ticking up. And then make 50 bucks off them as well. Ain't the worst idea. You can expand quite fast in a U5. You can, but you have a lot of problem holding it. Like, my control is terrible. I might be Greece, but I don't really control Greece. So therefore, like, most of these places are getting me, like, no crown power, no sailors, no manpower, no promotion, no assimilation, no levies. They're producing me goods, but that's about it. What happened here? Did I get too greedy? I guess I should have taken that deal when it popped. Or is what happened here, you now control all that territory? Oh, it would be a real shame if somebody accidentally sunk all those boats with all your army on them. Where do you think you're going? Let me sink those boats. I know they're here somewhere. -3. So he should pop out if he sees those boats again. Yeah, poor Preslev and Burgess are also starving now. I think they count as part of Greece, though, so... Oh. So I can just take the annex option. But I want all this extra territory. Boom. And now I'm going to release a vassal. Yes, I can remember how to release a vassal. It's under diplomacy, create subjects. Well, it's not going to be either of those guys. So I guess it's going to be a custom subject. In... Can I not release, like, the whole area? I have to release them as 4 individual subjects? I can release them as a colonial nation, which is kind of funny, but I think we'll just do them as a vassal. I think I can release them as a vassal and then give them land. Yeah, I think so. So this guy is a noble. He's pretty good. He's currently in charge of our navy, though. You guys are all nobles. I feel like I should give it to the clergy, you know? This dynasty. This is a good Greek dynasty. And then, yeah, we talk to this theocracy and we say, hey, I'm gonna give them locations? Provinces? Sinop. And then Snrafbrow. Perfect. Diplomatically annex a subject. I'm not sure that's what I did there, but... interesting call. This Western Schism is still going on. France has held a council. How the hell does this end? Oh, somebody has to hold 2 councils. Oh, God. So they held a council and then everything went back to 0. Are you for real? That's annoying. $68 to appoint a counselor. Yeah. There we go. We're back to making... I was making $10 and then it went down to $3. I'm getting slapped around here, man. Boy, this guy's really bad at everything except military, but I'm going to put him in charge there. We can ask aid from the Pope. Might as well. Tax efficiency, efficiency for our cabinet and diplomatic reputation, or urban building stability and monthly development. I'm going to take tax efficiency. What a goddamn surprise. The Pope has denied my request. I hate the Pope, man. This dude doesn't help us ever. Ever. Slower ship construction for 10 years. That's fine. I don't have the money to build ships right now anyway. France continues to praise our conviction. I'm going to take this because it's going to bump our devotion up a whole bunch. Uh-oh. Athens has declared war on me. Uh-oh. Bulgaria has also declared war on me. Okay, we're gonna go over here. Uh-oh. Albanians keep insulting me, so you keep losing religious influence, yeah? Because I kill the wandering preachers? No, man, they're spreading heresy, so... Man, how bad is this war gonna be? Genoa is the big threat. Surprise, surprise. Let's get our fleet over here. This sucks. I had a brief moment there where I probably could have gotten this alliance. I probably could have gotten this alliance if I had acted quickly. I mean, at least I'm not fighting the Ottomans again. These guys don't have a lot of troops, so part of me is just thinking like, okay, maybe I can just deal with them. Let's grab banking. I'm gonna bump up some of these taxes as well. The good news is this coalition, if it goes well, runs me the opportunity to like claim all of these spots. Excellent. We sunk a Genoan navy. Why are you going up there? There's no navy there. So the Hunt navies worked. The Hussite Wars, a series of conflicts between the followers of Hussitism and Catholicism. has launched into a full-blown war between Bohemia and the Papal States. Okay, this is all like tiny countries. Requirements are not met. We are at peace. We're a member of the Holy Roman Empire. Oh, I can't join this war. You know, I probably should just lead like a sieging army here. I'm gonna go smash other people. And you know what, actually, I'm probably gonna raise levies in... It's kind of like over here is the only place I can actually raise reasonable amounts of levies. Attica and Boetica, I can. But like Athens itself doesn't actually have much in the way of value, it seems like. Provat has fallen. Genoa. Should have known. I mean, we got some good forts around, so... In praise of scribes. Craft of transcribing text is difficult and a usually thankless task. However, the scriptorium of Pergamon has received praise from an abbot who lauds the scribes with the following praise. Blah, 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 blah. 10, religious influence and spiritualism, or cleric estate satisfaction. Cleric estate satisfaction is currently basically maxed out. Though that would bump me up to 80, so they'd probably start spending some money. Aiming to build spiritual retreats in Kos. Local clergy power, local clergy food consumption. Well, that's not very good. Will you change your mind then on what you build? Not necessarily. All right, let's start chasing these guys down. Liberate these lands. Right, I forget that we also do have vassals, and the vassals will do some war for us. This guy is also at war with us? Jesus, I didn't even realize. I have 1 unit of infantry here. A new chancellor. My grandmaster has died while leading troops in battle. Good, that chancellor just spent another $60 on his dead. Fantastic. Okay, we are winning that. Let's get in here and deal with the rest of these dweebs. I have 6,000 angry Bulgarians coming at me. I gotta do something about that. I'm afraid I'm going to need to do something about that. Oh, Attica Boeotia is Athens. My bad. Stop losing all my armies, please. These guys aren't really sure what to do because they get all the way down to me. They have to lose basically all of their morale. Bankrupt. That's not true. I can take loans out, can't I? Our states have no money to lend. Dum, 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 dum. Where am I gonna get this money from? This is a serious loss of funds we are facing at the moment. I think I need to take this guy off a conversion and put him back onto... I'm not going to worry about recovery yet. But probably like integration. Yeah, there's a lot of land we have not yet integrated. Thessalonica somehow is not integrated? Oh, I think it's because that little island there. What are these counselors made of? I don't know, but I'm honestly just thinking about not using them anymore. It's genuinely unbelievable how bad they are. Okay, we'll have those guys go there. I'm going to raise some boats and roads so that we can move the troops over with them. I am hoping by conquering all of these guys... that, you know, they can just get pieced out individually. Still kind of worried about the Genoese professionals showing up. Drama has fallen. Don't go in there, dude. You're gonna get beat up if you do that. Okay, occupations. Let's move up here. You know, it'd be a cool idea if you help these guys move, but for some reason you don't want to do that, so... that threat of bankruptcy is still getting close. Okay, so what I want to know is, like, Athens. Seize land treaty. They will not accept. Oh, we cannot separate peace in a coalition casus belli. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised that Genoa hopped on this. Invalid target. I can only take Athens. Honestly, I am more tempted to take this anti-coalition treaty right now. I can't add any of these? This is crazy. This is... Woof. So this is, I just have to fight a big coalition for a long time here right now. All right, well, at least we know. Here's the thing, is I should be big enough that this won't be a big problem for long. These guys are all showing up and gutting them. Okay, so we're gonna do merge. And I'm gonna start doing this thing that I haven't done yet, which is carpet siege. Now, obviously, Bulgaria is coming over to cause me some trouble. So, you know what? Actually, maybe while that giant 6,000 stack army is coming, I can be a little bit smarter about this. And then we can take these boats, and we can bring them over here. Minus $10 a round? For what? I gotta cut fort spending. I mean, I can ask one of the banks for a loan instead of going into bankruptcy. They'd probably give it to me, but maybe not because I'm in a coalition. What is the goal of the game? Take over the world, see how much you can get by X date? It's kind of whatever you wanted. So I was like, I want to form Greece. I maybe want to take Jerusalem, but then I want to go and conquer the New World. I really didn't expect this coalition war. Causing me some real grief here. Can I just say, you guys go that way? Ah, no, because you'll go over the seas. All right, bring them back. Everybody on the boat. Everybody on the boat. Boat, come back. Another 2,000 troops. Move them up. Okay, so that boat's ready to do whatever now. What I'll actually do is I'll move everybody here. Merge. Gotta deal with these Bulgarians. Be better if I fought here. Who gets there first? You get there on the 31st of December. I get there on the 31st of December. At 8 a.m. I beat you by the slightest margin. All right, let's see how this goes. Yeah, we are defending. So they're getting -2 to all those rolls, which is really good. It's pretty even for the most part. Our boats are still automatically sinking stuff out there. No, this is going to be a bloody bloodbath. Unfortunately, I did not fix my lines, and my flank is about to collapse. Oh my god, their flank is about to collapse, though. Because I have regulars, and they just have levies. Okay. Wow. Wow, that could have went extremely bad. That almost went insanely bad. Well, we're losing like 1 troop and killing 30 or 40. Yeah, okay, we lost 1,300. They lost 3,000, including all of their cavalry. Let us merge up. Just kind of balance troops and then pull those cannons out. Yeah, I'm all right with that. All right, so that's pretty promising. You know what? I could do with fixing my morale up a little bit, so why don't we reconquer some of our territory here? We are actually making money again. I'm not quite sure why our money is so fluxing back and forth. I assume it has something to do with the trade market. I think the goal is to get tired of the game and start a new one because you realize that you can probably win against everybody. Sometimes. Battle of the Dardanelles. Genoa has lost. Good. Chase those fleets around. Yeah, it's kind of annoying that you can't say, like, hunt navies, but also, like, a base out of a certain location. Oh, sick. My homies have come over and are actually helping me here now. So we'll just take back Thessalonica, and then I think I'll go over and deal with the rest of these dweebs. How is it I take back a country and I start going bankrupt again? I still have like this Orthodox Zealot revolt as well on our edge. Just constantly threatening us. Turn them on auto siege. This is another hell of a war. Have we avoided crashes today? We thankfully have, yeah. So far, it's going okay. You guys are really coming back towards us, and you have no morale right now. I feel like I'd be an idiot not to come kill you. Right? Yeah, he's going for Thessalonica again. I do have to cross the river to get to him. I know this because we defended this fight quite a few times. Sunk some more Genoese boats. Thessalonica has fallen. Okay. Wow, man, they really repaired their morale a lot faster than I thought they would. Gotta say. Unfortunately, now I've given myself the river crossing penalty because I wanted to get there while I had fort defense. Or, like, base defense. Take this. Take this country back. Take this country back. Why are you keep coming out of formation? The nobles are concerned that commanders, regardless of birth, are finding it hard to dine with men who lack breeding. I'm not losing Navy tradition, that's for damn sure. Well, actually, hold on. Navy tradition. No, that gives us maritime presence. I'll take the stab hit. Which I also don't love, because that's making my rebellions much worse. Rebellions. I did not take the right location there. God damn it. So hard to see it sometimes. I wish my vassals would not attach to me. There we go. That would be better. Because I really don't need them, and I would like them to just go off and, like, carpet bomb some stuff. Like, they could just start moving up into Bulgaria and doing whatever damage they wanted. In fact, I think that's probably what I'm going to start doing. Seeing as they're pretty much the largest contender here. Yeah, perfect. That works out for me. Oh, Corsica. Well, I guess that's where all of Genoa's army is, including all of their ships. I guess they're welcome to keep that locked in there. Had one crash for your first ever unpause, 0 since. Yeah, I mean, it seems like they fixed a lot of the CTDs with this latest patch, which I am very grateful for. Dude, you don't really need to take that. Could you just take the cities? Take the cities, the province centers, and the rest just falls like dominoes. I can't believe we could only take one province in this war, and we can't force everyone to pay us war reparations. It is honestly a pretty big shocker. Like, Bulgaria basically gets to get out of this fight scot-free. After all this pillaging? Unheard of. Armies are just like juking back and forth. There we are. I see you. I think I have to cross a river to fight you, which is not going to be a very fun time for me, but relatively okay. Still killing off a lot more of their men than they are killing off of mine. Wonder if we can become the Order of the Byzantines? You can't become the Byzantines unless you're Orthodox. And if you're Orthodox, I don't know how that works, considering that we are a Catholic holy order. Oh. Just gotta put him on focus siege. Nice. Okay, and he's dealing with that stuff over there. You're hunting boats. We're back to making money. We're making some prestige. Minus 80. I mean, if I cancel that, minus 3. There's like no money that they have. Yeah, I mean, Genoa's basically not going to come over with their soldiers. Here's the thing. I think they would actually run out of food on the way over here because they don't have any basing rights anymore. Like, they used to have places over here that they could refill. They did actually manage to take these two countries back. That's hilarious. But, like, I don't think they can sail there without, like, pretty significant losses. Here, interesting. Banking. Fantastic. Naval range, colonial range, trade range. Minting threshold, trade range. What is the stuff that I said I needed? Maritime presence. Pound Lock Canal. Local proximity cost minus 5. There's the Hulk and the Entrepot, which gives us market attraction if in a market center. Bureaucracy. Cheaper roads. Shipper spare speeds. Unlocks dock. Dock is good. Dock allows for ships. Better ships. Light ships. Heavy ships. Harbor capacity. Protected harbor. Ah, this is a special ability we get. Galley power and ship capture chance. See, I think I'm going to take that. Because I do fight ships, and if I could capture 20% of them when we fight them, that I think would just start to add up. Grecian, we don't have docks. What are we running here? I mean, we got some docks, just not many docks. You guys should probably just siege that location. I am back up in cash. Don't ask me how. Okay. What am I taking attrition from? Heavy winters? Maximum of... Yeah, I think it's just from the winter. Alright. Keep going. %. When did this go up so high? Interesting. Suggested peace offer by the AI. Athens pay war reparations. This war is really not helping me right now. I'd rather just like have all my armies down. And be done with it. Just be done with them. Now, here's my real question. Form an alliance with Hungary. That should stop any future coalitions. At least that is certainly my hope. Da 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 dee, da da. I don't know. I guess I'm down to Thessalonica for now. I knew a guy who used to work down at the docks. Johnny, his name was Johnny Dockhand. Nice hospitality with a rather bad naval capacity for a tag that has huge naval buffs. It is. It feels a bit weird. Oh, nice. The coalition is disbanded as well. I don't suppose we have enough to do this naval reform now, do we? Harbor administration. Still need 5 more. I got a couple of disloyal subjects. I need to appoint another character here. I'm going to appoint someone. I'm going to appoint this guy because he's young. So he probably shouldn't die unless he falls down a flight of stairs. I have too many relations. Ah, the alliance with Hungary is costing me 1. Yes, I suppose it would. Toll Castle in Athens. Pray tell, what does the Toll Castle do? I don't know. No, don't invite me to a war. I don't want to go to war. I know I just formed an alliance with you, but like it wasn't so I could go to war. These guys want a cathedral. Local pop conversion speed. Ah, that would be useful. Forest exploitation. Expand forestry costs. Expand raw material time. Forestries can employ 1,000 more laborers or slaves. Whoa, let's do that. That will also make it cheaper for me to build things. Currently, we're favoring the clergy. This is interesting. We're favoring the clergy, but they actually want us to enact traditional distribution. What? Why would they want this? When am I going to take those islands near Athens? I mean, as soon as I can. The problem is that I'm very antagonistic after taking over the Ottomans, so... They do glow like Spike and Angel. Preview video of the Vampire DLC. Vampires from Sparkly Vamps to down like horrific. Are there really Sparkly Vamps in the New Age of Wonders? Oh, that's so exciting. I can't wait for that. This reduces crown power. Here's the thing is, like, we don't really use crown power. Normally, you want as much crown power as you possibly can. But because we're a theocracy, I don't think it works like that. Planning a fort at the border with the Ottomans? Up here? I mean, I'd like one. Just because they tend to keep barging on through there. And I can't imagine they're going to stop any day soon. I can build order strongholds, but I can't actually build a fort unless I upgrade this to a town of some sort. Location of a rural settlement. When there is separatism in the location, you cannot reduce it. 362 bucks to find a town. Yeah, I don't know. I'll probably just leave it for right now. If I spend money on anything, I think it's going to be lumber at the moment. Because again, building lumber is really smart. There's lumber over here too, right? You're not really cord. You're not cord either, though. You are, I think, getting cord. More lumber means all of our other constructions cost less money. So it kind of ends up being a weird no-brainer. Patrol the seas. And also all the other seas, please. I have 300 sailors. I should probably be buying more ships. Oh, yeah. Burger War. Okay, they literally have a single country. They're already conquering it. No problem. You're welcome. I'm here to help. I'm here to bankrupt my country through fort maintenance. And also probably army maintenance. God only knows what else. This is not recommended if you want to win wars. I was suggesting you should dress up on Tuesday. Oh, don't worry. I will be. Very, very good. I'm on board with the sparkly vamps. Absolutely, yeah. Grudged me several times for liking Twilight. Oh, I don't like Twilight. I just had a laugh watching the movies. I enjoyed it exactly for what it was and didn't try to pretend it was anything else. I'm from the government, and I am here to help. Influenza? No, we'll be fine. The Explorer Commissions advance to recruit explorers. Oh, I can't even explore until I have that. Interesting. Given its great influence over the politics of our country, it's been easy to assume that the Curia members attend Parliament sessions with great enthusiasm. But in case they don't. Lose 5 Curia support but get $100 and a bunch of stability. Or lose 10 prestige. I would like $100. Afraid I'm gonna have to take that $100. And I'm going to spend it centralizing my council. Or through the nobility. Did I say I want centralization or decentralization? Currently, I'm centralized, and I feel like that's better for us, right? Proximity cost is lower. Yeah, centralization is better for us. Yeah, we'll take the Central Council. All right. Anti-piracy warfare modifier. I like how we were pirates and now we're not. It's very confusing. All right. I also own stone over here. Stone is good to upgrade. How are our markets doing? Like, we're low on olives in Constantinople, and we're low on grains, rice, and livestock, as well as books in Rhodes. Of course we're low on books. When are we not low on books? Local fortification expert discovered. We can get this guy for cheaper forts or fort defense. I guess we'll get cheaper forts because we did talk about building some forts. Perhaps we'll expand the gold mines. Athens is the center of a bunch of influential businesses. We're going to give money to the burghers to keep them happy. Orthodox zealots still getting upsetty spaghetti. I probably should keep some money on hand. It's something I'm starting to realize, because if we ever have like an event that takes $60 from us, I think we'll instantly bankrupt. Classic Greece problem. Baffles me whenever I meet someone who doesn't read. That's because I've read at least an hour a day since you learned how to read. Nice. Stay up an hour late if we went to bed and read, so they got you young. Yeah. Reading before bed, I think, is the best. I'm walking a dangerous line on bankruptcy here. Really pushing my luck, going for that gold. Jack my inflation up a little bit. I'm literally just over this 50% on forest exploitation as well. The hordes of Huldeguld. I mean, I guess I probably should have just built more forests while it was being debated, but what are you going to do? Nothing useful, that's for sure. The Hanseatic... Wow, now everybody wants to be my ally. Sicily wants to be my ally? Yeah, because I'm allied with Hungary is why. Are you serious? You're calling me into another civil war here, homie? Can you get your act together? I'll join you, but I'm not happy about it. Share maps. I will not be doing that. The military sponsorships are back on the table. 19, 13... 50. Ooh. That's a big one. Cologne. Nuremberg at 24. Mark at 28. Berg at 44. Württemberg at 50. Saxony at 93. Austria at 1.29. Milan as well at 1.24. Oh my god, even Poland is up here. Here's the thing. I'm going to go with Milan because Milan also has all the institutions, including the Renaissance. But if we can start picking up military... This is huge. This is huge. This is huge. We're going to turbocharge our economy using diplomacy. Give me 0.20. Actually, give me 0.25. Every 4 months, I can get a new military sponsorship. It's a good idea. Could I take out a loan before I accept the gold quests? Yeah, definitely I could. Beeswax and livestock. I'm still missing livestock down in that market. Okay, so... yeah. One baby steps here. One baby step at a time here. We're almost done integration of the rest of Thessalonica. Byzantium has been 50% converted, which is pretty good. Honestly, I think we should probably switch you over to more integration, maybe. We were integrating Lemnos, so maybe let's keep doing that. That's already like half done. Probably gonna have to put them on rebel suppression pretty soon, though. -8. Oh, because all my forts came back online. All right, bit of control, bit of control. We're improving. And we're still making like decent cash right now. The more I can get that up, the better. Considering that like most of these military sponsorships are full gold. Diplomacy, military sponsorship. Where was Austria had a ton of money for me? 1.3. Yep. Cash in the bank. Poland's coming up next. Cabinet member died. Well, we're gonna just be without him for a little while, I'm afraid. All right. 0.5 on diplomats. Get me the military on the line. We're the bulwark against the Ottomans. The bastion of Christianity. Ready to stand against the word of the heretic and the heathen. How are we doing up here, Hungary? Do you need help? Because I don't want to help you. Mostly because I don't really have any way to get through Bulgaria. And I certainly don't want to be paying for it. Spending that military budget to boost the economy? Hey, look, it's one way to do it, right? Vampires from V rising, shone in the sun for a short time. If they don't hide in the shade, those vampires become short-living torches? Yeah, that's exactly it, right? You sparkle first, and then you combust. It's so funny because I do feel like our economy is going to tumble wildly behind because of how little we spend on actually building things, but all in due time. Yes. We're going to be able to pull back so much on diplomatic spending after this. It's going to be nuts. Currently, we are maxed out on Diplo spending. Huge, 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 huge. I don't know what happened. I guess we increased our... Either we increased our diplomatic range, or it's because of, like, the war with the Ottomans. Uh-oh, the truce with the Ottomans is up in a year. All these tanneries aren't making money because I don't have any cows. We've we've gained a core on Mount Athos. So that guy has done integration there. Let's start integrating Thessaly next. Is there an army following me? Oh my god, there is. Get out of here, dudes. Like, don't hang out with me. I'm no help. I'm too busy juicing as much money as I can from other countries. Speaking of, who's next? Sweden, surprisingly, not a lot of money. Saxony's got like 88 though. Württemberg is 82. Yeah, like a bunch of these. Cologne is like 50. All right, we'll go Württemberg next. Incredible way to fix my economy. Let me tell you. Fire is sparkly, right? Did becoming Greece switch French and Greek up as the primary tolerated? No, we had switched that way out. We had like an opportunity because we had a Greek minister, and it was just like, do you want to embrace Greek for free? So I was like, absolutely. And then I just kicked the French out. We were so Greek and so not French that I was just like, I don't know what we're doing here, pretending to be French. We had like a handful of French clerics that lived on roads, and everybody else was Greek. So I just said, screw this. Like, this doesn't make a lot of sense. Our navy has died. That's fine. They'll automatically put a new guy in there. Starting to think about dropping all these taxes. Naval range, colonial range, trade range. How bad is that for me? All right, not too bad. If I can start taxing them less, then they'll start building more stuff. Like tanneries in Mylasa. Why would you build a tannery in Mylasa? Those tanneries are so unprofitable. Absolutely killing me. First military sponsorship of Württemberg. Plans are currently being made for a minor reform of the Navy. New tactics, weapons, and commands. Change societal value towards Navy. $47. It cannot push further towards 12.3. Salvation. Is that true though? Or is it saying I can boost it another 12.3? I only need it to go up to 50. So the question I'm kind of having here is if I have you up, change societal values towards naval. Will that work for me right now? No. Unfortunately, I have to just keep trying to get events. So that is what it is. Who else got money for me? 29, 20, 15, 3, 50 Cologne. 50 from Cologne, I think, is next. And then Berg. And then Sweden. How's this war going up here, Hungary? I really don't want to participate in it, so if you could just, like, win it, not drag me up there. Maybe those flimsy counselors were open / hidden in France. Yeah, I think it was like we had a Venetian and then we had a Greek, because we ended up getting like a free event to switch our court language over as well, which was pretty helpful. Wow, you're building a lot of copper mines. Holy smokes. I wish I had the money to invest in infrastructure. I mean, I guess I could probably now. Who did I say was next? Sweden? Temptation. Berg. I mean, there's so many more of these that are worth getting, but... interesting. If I don't spend enough money on Diplo, I also lose loyalty of subjects and get too many relations. But I also get 20 gold a month, which for us in this campaign is an insane number. I'm going to start building boats. The Ottomans have joined the coalition against Greece. I reckon that's to be expected. All right, my 20 gold is down to 12, so that didn't last very long. There are some livestock down here also that I really think we should probably be expanding. So I'm going to try to do that. It's pronounced Hungary. It's not pronounced Hungry? Like hungry hippos? Pretty sure it's pronounced hungry hippos. Vroom, loud car. What I'm also hoping is, like, by not taxing these guys, they're going to start spending some money in the country and not just building garbage. I wish I could see, like, how much money they have. And I think the answer is that they are all broke. Which isn't great for us. Just gonna build a couple more transports there. I should also look at adding some more knights into here. 67. Oof. Poland wants to request military access. Who are you at war with, dudes? You're in the Papal Bohemian War. On which side? Boy, there's a lot of people in this war. I don't see you in this list. Oh, there you are. So you're in this war because you want to go beat up all the Italian states. You guys are winning this war. I'll just take your $88 because honestly, I could kind of put that to use. doing things like building more boats. It's hard to say no to that, right? I can see how much money the estates have. Dinotoy ally with a foreign power. Ooh, the nobles are allied with the Ottomans? 10 devotion or upset the nobles. I think I'll take the devotion hit, honestly. We have a lot of devotion going on right now. Oh, also, I didn't notice this, but the Barthoi, we can also now grant privileges to. Allow gatherings. Expand farming costs. Raise livestock better. That would be nice. Tribal land rights. I don't really know what that gives us. This seems pretty smart. We have a lot of farming we need to do. This costs us very little. It gives them the tiniest amount of power, and it doesn't really upset anybody that much, so... we're going to give them that. Nor are there not enough labor for building notifications? Generally, because, like, the labor just, like, starts ticking in, right? Also, because we're a religious order, we constantly build commanderies. Like, our clerics just build commanderies in foreign places. So we're constantly getting people saying, like, oh, you don't have anybody to work that job. As long as I have stuff coming in here, I might as well keep getting free money. Like, I'm not paying anything for diplomacy right now, and I'm getting 16 a month. Now, what I could do is steal maps. Outside our diplomatic range. What about you? Outside our diplomatic range. What about you? You're not outside our diplomatic range. Do you have more maps? Castile does have more maps, and I don't know what it's of. I mean, they can't be exploring yet, so... I could also build cathedrals. Yeah, they're so damn expensive. But... that would probably help us with the Orthodox peasants problem we are currently experiencing. Which, speaking of, we better crack down on these rebels. At least for a little bit. Yeah, like, you have a cathedral. You're actually good. What about Larissa? You have a cathedral. You don't. Oh, they're so expensive. The monastery in Athens has enjoyed an area of prosperity during which they've attracted recognized Catholic scholars. Devotion or prosperity? Oh, I'll take prosperity. For Athens, I'll boost that up. Put some more lumber up here. I'm going to expand you. And... how is gold so valuable in Constantinopolis? I mean, I'll build more gold. There's a bonus to diplomatic range. Lumber needs people. This livestock could probably be boosted. Because they're still saying, like, I'm missing fruit and livestock. I'm missing books in roads. So probably we should expand the scriptoriums. Yeah, we have like 1,000,000 priests here available to work. We can build these fairly frequently still. Also, probably wouldn't mind building a hospital there, but, you know, all things with time. Take more military sponsorships. Castile praises our conviction. Take the devotion. Honestly, the Pope is always, like, not helping us, so... It's hard for me to want to give him any help back. Orthodox influence in the cabinet. Many of our faithful Catholic subjects see Louis Baltois as a threat to the ideological purity of the government. It's fear throughout his influence will be converted to favor the Orthodox officials. Or he might turn the Grandmaster away. I really don't want to kick anybody out of my cabinet. Whatever, the church is always happy, no matter what I do. Even if they're not happy for a little bit, they'll get over it and become happy again. Serbia. Serbia, why do you own these provinces? Are you still a vassal of Naples? Yes. You know what? I'm not going to go to war. I'm going to focus on the economy. We're going to build our economy back up is what we're going to do here. I should build a monastery in this place as well, in Smyrna. Well, no, we're at 71% Catholicism. That's probably okay. Oh, there's a lot of them. Oh, there's a lot of these Orthodox. There's not a lot of Sunni. But there are some. And these Turkish patriots are still giving me grief. You know what? I really should come up here and... oh, yeah, the city is 99% Turkish. That's probably why. Offensive, defensive, or army tradition. You know, I don't think I've ever noticed this one. Offenses reduces our forts but gives us better siege, assaults, and movement speed. And defensive slows us down, but makes us faster in combat and makes forts cheaper. Honestly, I kind of feel like defending. Currently, though, I am tracking the other way. The why, I think just because I'm always on the attack. I'll take the stab hit for army tradition. Let them figure themselves out. Our army is so good. How good is it? It's very good. It does so much damage. Lower Bavaria wants to give me 72 bucks. This is one heck of a way to get your economy rolling. What about the market missing supplies? That one I'm always trying to fix. I'm just not very good at fixing it. I do have beeswax here. Ooh. Okay, great. And I just told them to build more beeswax. Beeswax books. And Dubrovnik needs ivory, but... yeah, I mean, I'm trying to get the books up right now. Books, generally pretty good. The more books you have, the more universities you can open. The more universities you can open, the more pops, like, ascend out of being peasants and into burghers and everything else. Now, the Iranids are about to lose that piece. Part of me was like, do I go to war with the Ottomans again? Oh, Cyprus. Are you a vassal state? You are. Okay. Kind of thought maybe that would happen. Candia, you're my other target here. The problem I have with Candia is that it's a Catholic province. So the only way I can really declare war on them is via, like, parliament? Epirus, on the other hand, and Albania, I could go to war with. Interesting. Very interesting. I will build a spy network in there then. I might as well, right? Just restarted your game, so now I rush to get sand for roads. So I built a cathedral right away to make it easier to expand. Nice, nice. Roads are very, very good. They are also very, very expensive, but they certainly help your control dramatically. They are something I have been thinking about expanding more into. Which is crazy, because like I actually have a road up here in Hierapolis. And it feels like it does not matter. Jeez, that's expensive. Yeah, the Ottomans actually built quite a lot of roads in this territory. Let's keep looking at things like the lumber. Because again, lumber makes everything else cheaper. We just picked up ship capture chance. $50 to expand over there. Oh, that's outrageous. These sturdy grains are also very valuable, so upgrading them. Oof, yeah, there's like no sturdy grains in this territory. Unhappiness among the peasants. But I don't have this money right now. $12, $13, $5, or nothing. How much do I need here? 56. That's a lot of loans. I'll have to take the satisfaction, unfortunately. And our research is ready to boogie on more stuff here for the banks. Ship repair speed. Diplo capacity. Happy clergy. Expanding raw materials. Time. Okay, but not cost. Cheaper spy networks. Pop promotion speed is pretty crazy. Minting threshold also pretty decent. I guess let's grab that, and then you give me local crown power. You give me cotton and lumber into paper. Interesting. You give me maritime presence. Let's go with that first. Are we playing as Rhodes? Yes, we started as Rhodes. And needless to say, we've grown a bit bigger. We've taken up a little bit more land than that as time has gone on. We are still kind of struggling to keep our maritime power up. I wonder, because we can start building things like docks too, right? Coastal forts. These add local maritime presence. Blocks privateer raids. They cost stone. That's why they're so expensive. So, where is my stone at? Epirus has joined the coalition. Woof. Here and here is basically the only places I have stone. All right, well. That was like 33. This one is like 47. Outrageous! We'll get it started. Sand is surprisingly kind of hard to find. I mean, I guess it depends on where you're playing. EU5 living up to the map painting. Well, here's the thing. I don't expect us to take much more in the way of territory. There's another integration successful. I guess Thessaly? Castile praises our conviction. Keep saying Paris is the Pope here. Honestly, it's just like, that's a really good way for me to just keep my devotion up. I'd like to take this guy off of just getting rid of the Orthodox Zealots. Reasons for your pops to support these rebels. Lack of control and the base value for every country. Well, just building more boats helps with the control. So we'll get a few more boats going. Yeah, I guess getting our maritime presence up. Corrupt taxman, 5 devotion or $80. 5 devotion it is. Coastal forts. And how are we on goods in all these places? A lot of RGOs missing employees, but that's fine. Buildings missing employees, that's fine. All these tanneries and weaponsmiths are still unprofitable. I don't know why the weaponsmiths are unprofitable. They use wood, tools. Ah, okay. They're unprofitable because they were using special things instead of stone. But now that they have stone, they can use those instead. Do missionary zeal again. Pop conversion speed for 10 years. Let's see, I don't really see any of these other ones passing. These are starting to be less good. A couple of like 28s left, but Rose is still missing beeswax. We have one operation going there. I mean, I could build a small settlement. Yeah, honestly, I think I'll do that just so that they have a bit more population. Trade expansion has led to a growing desire to start new trade ventures outside our borders. A rush of merchants. Trade capacity or trade advantage. Let's take trade capacity because I do feel like we absolutely dominate the trade advantage here. Yeah, the Ottomans have a little bit in Constantinople. Argos has a surprising amount down here. And then Achaea has actually insulted us. So I could go to war with them if I wanted to. Roads, you are missing livestock. Not a lot of places you can build it, though. Well, the farming village here to help them with this livestock. Seems like all of our lumber operations are still like filling back out now as well. Yeah, see, there's some good livestock down here, which would be really helpful. You guys have not a lot of population. Minting threshold increase. That's good. Do some more minting. And we are promoting the state religion, so we can also do some more converting of people. Livestock. Build more of that. Snuck in there. Lumber. Build more of that. As soon as you can. Yeah, these Orthodox zealots are tricky. Tell them the mother is larger than normal beauty. Standard of attractiveness and retaliation. It's all you gotta do. You want to win over the Greeks? You just gotta compliment the mothers. They know what side of their bread is buttered. La 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 la. All right. Maybe we do a little conversion here. %. All these places are like 0% right now. How about the Dardanelles? Oh yeah, minting. That was the other thing. No, I can't actually increase that. That's crazy. Maybe it just like automatically gave me more money on this front. Oh my god, my spy network in Apirius has been here for so long. Pull that spy. Not even paying attention. Not paying enough attention is what I'm not doing here. Now, he is in a coalition against me. Along with the Ottomans and Bulgaria. But we also have an alliance with Hungry Hippery. Who, man, must have a lot of money. It must be nice having that much money to put into your economy, Hungry. Must feel pretty darn good. In fact, it's mostly the nobles that are building all of that. You're not even building this yourself. My god. How come my guys don't build anything? Nobody builds anything in Greece. Like, quite literally, don't build a darn thing. We have 3 ducats. You have 170 ducats. You guys have 292 ducats. Can you build something? It'd be really cool if you would. I'm out here having to build everything myself. Trade monopolies. Trade capacity. No, we took that away from you. I'll give it to the nobles. Tricky, tricky, tricky. Unhappy estates. Well, they'll get better over time. I'm also missing wild game inroads. Though I don't think I can easily get that. The wild game is like up here. Rising inflation. Don't do that. Dude, these tanneries are costing me a fortune down here. Because the cows are so expensive. Now, I know the farming village produces cows. Using clay and tools. So part of me is just wondering, should I be making more farming villages then? Like, maybe that's what I need to be doing. Certainly, I need to be making more coastal forts. And, so I can't deal with Candia outside of Parliament. I wonder, like, could I start absorbing my vassals? You need to have a higher opinion of me. Why do they have a low opinion of me? Bad culture. Culture and culture. Well, all right. Well, this is pretty obvious then. Let's just, like, enforce our culture on them. Problem solved. They'll be mad about it for a little while. They're going to be disloyal. But I don't necessarily need them in the wars. I don't even know, like, what do they have in goods? They've got a ton of livestock in here. Wow, this would solve a lot of my problem. Is this in my market? It is. Dude. Dude. I could just be building it here. Livestock in the vassal states. Getting all the perks up. It's never too late to learn. Realizing one's deficiencies and delegating to competent people to complement one's own abilities is the most important aspect of sound rulership. The Grand Master is a firm believer in listening to good advice and improving himself by listening to the more experienced. Over time, however, it might be possible to learn what comes natural to others. You suck at everything, dude. Are you leading an army right now? Efficiency of the cabinet. You are a ruler. mean, I don't know, war, I guess. Seems to be the only thing you know. War is the only thing I know. And I tell you what else. I'm going to start looking around and slapping some monasteries in. Because I assume that would actually start converting pops. Oh, does it? I don't know. I have a cathedral here, and this hasn't been converting anybody. Oh, no, maybe it has. Not bad. We haven't converted anybody down this way. Bulk of the people are in this town. None of these are really towns. But sure, I'll build a monastery down there. Help them out a little bit. Got more diplomats. Yeah, I mean, as long as the Ottomans are upset about me, I don't think I'm going to be getting out of this. Scholars from the University of Constantinople has fled to Smyrna to establish a rival learning institution. They make up a sizable portion of the Greek clerics and are petitioning us to clamp down on this. Free university in Smyrna? Are you for real? Obviously, I'm going to take that. 40 clerics will migrate from Byzantium each month. Constantinople gets unrest. Well, a 400 gold university is kind of worth that. Now, of course, that also means we're going to be out of books again. Because we're always out of books and roads. Can't seem to not be out of books and roads. Books and livestock. We don't really seem to make a lot in the Rhodesian market. It's kind of a problem. I guess there's a part of me that wonders, like, well, if I made the Constantinople market and just, like, destroyed the Rhodesian market, would it be good? Would it help us regulate? But honestly, I'm not sure. I feel like having multiple markets is not a bad thing. Like, even Paris and Bordeaux have 2 markets. Everywhere basically has multiple markets, so should probably be more concerned with, like, Dubrovnik and Napoli. All right. So you guys have really high maritime presence. You do not. Blocks privateer raids. This seems like probably a smart idea to build, you know, a coastal fort along Constantinople with this little sound toll here. $68, so it's not like it's outrageous. You can keep making it military orders. I know, I know. I know. Pops have needs, I know. Cabinets lack members, I know. Buildings are unprofitable, I know. RGOs are missing, I know. There's our Casus Belli, but we can't really do much about it for now. This feels more manageable. And unfortunately, I can't get rid of the Hussite War. I don't know what's going on here. Apparently, nobody is making any more progress on council votes. They've stuck at 1. And that's it. I could pay a lot of money here for a show of faith that will help us like convert, but I'm not inclined to. All right, coastal fort, Constantinopolis. The way I figure is if I'm going to get my control up, it's got to be through those forts. Getting these islands here would also probably be really helpful. Probably converting the Turkish population of this town as well, but, you know, baby steps. Sale of tithes. Selling titles to the nobles to anyone who can afford to pay. Nobles get really upset, but we get $100. Honestly, I'm gonna make the nobles happy because I would like them to start doing something. The church just spent all their money. Again, they're mostly just doing things to make power for themselves. Which is not the best for me. Rose is missing books. Rose is missing books. Build more books. Book, 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 book. Book, 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 book. Yeah, and I mean, a lot of our RGOs are like looking for pops. The good news is it just basically means I have to wait for them to, you know, get more people. Elevate more people. If there's lots of jobs and lots of opportunities, then the people will want to do things. 10% maritime presence. That's a good tech for us to get. Very pleased with that one. We could get this +1 diplomatic capacity. Cheaper spies. Let's get this Pound Lock Canal researched. Because this also reduces local proximity cost. I think I can only build it on places that have rivers, but still pretty good, right? Oh, and the entrepot adds market attraction. We're going to add that in after. Let that build up a bit. Jewelry guilds running out of money because what? Gold has become so expensive for some reason? Yeah, it's crazy, man. We make so much gold and it's so expensive. Pepper. I don't even know where we're getting that from. Who taught these people about pepper? Just start playing EU5. Now you have a headache. Time to consult a doctor. That'll fix you up real fast. There's our university. Literacy, cultural influence, pop promotion, migration attraction, literacy, institution growth. Do we have a library here? No, I'm going to build one though. Libraries are very good. Yeah, our markets are getting nice and tasty here now too. Our props needs olives, pearls, and rice. And in roads, sturdy grain, rice, and pearls. Bail out a merchant. Whoa, what a grandmaster. Our old grandmaster fell down the stairs. Cursed. It is cursed. If you are a grandmaster of the Knights Hospitalier, there is about a 50% chance you meet your death falling down a flight of stairs. We just got the most incredible leader. He's literally got 100 military, almost 100 in administration, and 90 in diplomacy. Can I put him in charge of something? Is he in charge of the army? He's in charge of the Navy. No, you're not. You are way too good for that, buddy. Buckaroo. Let me tell you, you're much too good for that. None of these guys are particularly good. But you're not bad. Why isn't he showing up as a chancellor? There are some dangerous, very dangerous stairs. I guess it makes sense that the ruler can't also be a chancellor. You know, I didn't really think about that, but now that I say it out loud, it makes a lot of sense. We'll put him in charge of the army. Charge of the Crusaders. And we'll steal some more money out of everybody we can. There is suddenly a lot more people on this list. What happened? Mark, I thought I already asked you for money. Some people break their contract. Ooh, 77 from Tecklenburg. Most of these are not going to give us much. Bamberg. Of course, if it's a burg, they've got money. All the burgs got all the money. So, how are we doing on this coalition? Still not great. Epirus still wants to beat us up. I don't think Achia is part of the coalition, so I could potentially take them, but it's a fight with Naples if we do that. So the real question becomes, like, how is the Kingdom of Naples? We are a fair bit weaker than them. Wow. They actually have a big standing army, much bigger than us. They are a big place. Okay, Kingdom of Naples is no laughing matter. We'll grab 10 prestige here. And then maybe we can build some more of these coastal forts around. Because there's nothing else that... Like with the docks. I mean, we have wharfs. But they don't actually, like, protect... Yeah, like, maritime presence. You already have a coastal fort. That makes sense. You'd be the only place I could build a coastal fort. One of you two. Oh, you are pretty small populations. I mean, I guess if we built one here, it would radiate outwards, maybe? It does generally feel like a good idea to have coastal forts. I hope they don't increase our attrition too badly. We'll add one over here in Athens as well, because this will also like echo up our control. A big question I have is, like, I know that castles count as forts, so they take a lot of upkeep. But I don't know if everything else, like, if coastal forts have the same upkeep. They require firearms, stone, cannons, tools, and tar. Something tells me they're going to be a bit expensive to upkeep these. But they will also shoot anything that comes nearby. Which does kind of sound super valuable. If you recreate Byzantium, are you going to be the Order of Byzantium? Yeah, unfortunately, I can't do it unless I become Orthodox. The religion of Greece is Orthodoxy. Which I don't entirely agree with, but... Form into a monarchy or a republic. Well, I can't do that. Yeah, I guess we are just like a massive holy order. Which is fine, because, like, you know... Our military sponsorships are basically the only thing keeping us afloat right now. Oh, I did want to look at these wars. So that's Epirus and the Ottomans versus Greece and Hungary. Albania and Erdine. Who are you a vassal of? Bulgaria. Interesting. And Achia would be... Aha! Okay, well, I definitely can't do that. Kingdom of Hungary also has an alliance with Naples, so they would defend Achia in being attacked. What about, like, Argos? Now that's interesting. If I attack Argos, it pulls Achia in, but it doesn't pull in Naples. Boronisa and Salona. Oh. Ooh. If I attack this guy, I could also get Malta. That would give me a path over. That would be a really good stopping point, so. All right. Well, that's something to consider. But I feel like before we break into war, maybe this is the perfect time for us to cut today's video and leave it at that. We will for sure be back with this campaign. I'm really enjoying it, and I want to kind of cut into the new world. We still haven't gotten to the Age of Exploration yet, so I'm hoping that we can kind of start speeding things up and just start building up Greece instead of being in constant, massive, huge wars. So I hope you'll come back and join us as we continue on. Until then.